What's up, guys? Welcome back to the AM. So today, I'm going to tell you a story. I'm going to tell you what I think the title of the episode is going to be. And the title of the episode is going to be, It's Not the End of the World. That's what I'm pretty sure it's going to turn out to be. And I want to talk about a story. So we missed, I think, about almost 2 weeks worth of shipping podcast episodes. And the reason why, and I talked a little bit about this in an earlier episode, but the reason why is we shipped a new process for production. So right now, like, I run everything while I'm recording. I'm running the music and pretty much all the stuff. So what you hear is unedited. Like, I just give you raw what I'm doing. I have some of the levels set and things like that. But I'm running everything. I'm fading everything in and out by hand. So if you see me look down a lot, it's because I'm looking at a timer and those things, right? If you're looking or viewing via social. And the point of why I'm saying this is Andrew brought up, like, hey man, let's improve the process so you can just focus more on talking and really serving that way. And then we'll work in production, right? And I was like, cool, that sounds great. And so we put together just a plan to do it, and then we shipped it, and we dropped the ball because we didn't give the team any process. We're just like, cool, we're just going to start doing this. And that was really, we had a meeting. It's like, cool, let's just get out the door. Let's ship it quick. And we did not take the time to think through and did not take the time to think through handoffs because it was going to require. So we didn't do any of the thinking up front. Okay. Like what I've talked about, like, you can solve most problems in life if you take a little bit and think up front. Not over plan because you're afraid of doing it. See, we over plan out of fear. We'll sit there and review every detail, trying to get everything perfect because we actually don't believe in ourselves and we're too afraid to do anything and actually ship things, right? But there's the other side of the ditch, which is I don't do any thinking, right? So that's what Andrew and I did. We did very minimal thinking. And as a result, we dropped the ball in shipping things, right? So our goal, and my goal personally, is to do an episode for every day of the year. So 365 episodes. Well, we failed our goal right out the gate in January because we did not think through things, okay? Now, here's the crazy thing. It's not the end of the world, right? It's not the end of the world. We got up, picked up the pieces. I'm back to recording things currently the old way to give us more of a buffer and us to get our processes involved while post-production is currently happening. And I think it's interesting because I am living proof that it's not the end of the world if you ship something and it fails, right? Things always seem in our mind, or they tend to seem, way worse if something fails than it actually is. And you don't actually break out of this until you start failing enough in your life and you let go of things to where it's not just crippling. It's actually really helpful. So Andrew and I had instant feedback. We learned a ton of new stuff. I even did an episode because it helped things click. Anytime we do something new, it disrupts the rhythm of what we're doing. New always disrupts. And that's what's happening currently with AI. It's like, oh, something new. And new is like new. There's no knowledge of it beforehand. It's just new. Unknown, because new means unknown, right? And it got introduced, and then AI is disrupting everything. Well, that's the same thing. We introduced a new way to ship the AM and to ship the rants, the 5-minute rants, and it disrupted our whole rhythm. It threw the whole team off, it threw all of us, and then we failed because disruption in rhythm means that your normal goes away, right? And because the normal goes away, your people or team or even yourself who are used to doing things in a certain way, it fails. It breaks because you're used to doing things one way, and then all of a sudden a new system's thrown at you. And I'm saying this because these are all the positives that came out of shipping, that came out of, okay, cool, failed the 365 goal already out the gate. And then not just that, it's interesting because all the new things that came out of it, the new insights, learning, the feedback was so helpful because when you fail, you normally get great feedback. It normally helps you reflect when there's pain involved in the system. And it normally is very helpful when there's failure and pain involved in the process and in the journey because it helps you reflect about what did I do? Now, you have to be conscious about that because most of us want to run away from pain. We don't like it. We don't want to go through that process of having to sit and think like, oh, this was painful. Like, you know, Andrew's like, man, we failed our goal. And I was like, yeah, we did right out the gate. But it's like, okay, cool. Look at all the other good things that came out of it. And so I'm saying this, and I am a firm believer in shipping things. I really am. And all the greatness that came out of shipping and from the feedback along the way, man, It was amazing. It is amazing. So, anyways, guys, that's all I've got for today. I hope that helps. And just remember, if you're about to do something, it's not the end of the world. You got to go ask that girl out. Okay, she says no, it's not the end of the world. It isn't. It may hurt, but it ain't the end of the world. You're going to start a business and you're going to fail at the gate. It ain't the end of the world. I promise. I promise. Andrew and I failed tons of times. Anyways, guys, I'll catch you later. Peace.